I'm going to talk to you guys about the top pickups for fantasy football in week 5. This is Nesto's crystal ball, where every single week I look 1 week into the future to see who will be the trendy pickups next week. When all your league mates are rushing to the waiver wire to pick up this guy, I want you to be the guy who already has that player on your roster. Historically, I've been that guy. This is what's allowed me to win 36% of all the fantasy football leagues I've been in for the last 20 years. 2 players at every single position, one under 50% owned, one under 10% owned. Quarterback is an easy one. First, it's jaxsondart. Chargers are not a great matchup on paper, but they are expected to be leading, which means a lot of pass attempts, a lot of volume for jaxsondart. I rate Dart a lot higher than most experts because I tend to value consistency and volume more than actual skill level. And the Giants have a mediocre defense or in a mediocre division and will be playing from behind a lot, seeing what their rookie QB can do. Chargers will be a great test. Then in week 5, he gets New Orleans, which is a much easier defense to go up against. Under 10% owned at QB, we have Carson Wentz. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I think Carson Wentz is a better quarterback right now than JJ McCarthy. Coach's comments seem to confirm that. He's at the classic line that we're not going to play McCarthy until he's fully recovered, fully healthy. Wentz only threw the ball 20 times last week and still had a solid 15-point fantasy performance. We could see a lot better this week. Jordan Addison making his first appearance of the year. Justin Jefferson gives us an elite wide receiver core. They got a solid offensive line. This is a good team still, the Vikings. And running back is actually the exact same 2 guys that I highlighted last week. We have Blake Corum, somehow only 27% owned still, and Kyle Monangai, who's just barely at 10%. For both Monangai and Corum, it's very simple. They are backup running backs right now, getting more and more of a timeshare of carries, and they are outperforming the incumbent starting running backs on efficiency metrics. Both Monangai and DeAndre Swift have been disappointing this year, but Monangai has been markedly better. And Bears offense can still move the ball down the field. This is not a bad position for an RB. I rank Blake Corum higher than any expert that I've seen. You can see my rankings here at fansports.com. People have been giving me really positive feedback on that. I'm building out new features every single week, update the rankings every single day. But Corum is an elite bench guy. An elite bench guy is the one who has the upside to win your league. I like to have bench guys who could be league winners and starters who I know will be consistent with volume every single week. Another quick dart throw at running back is Brashard Smith on Kansas City. He's the 3rd running back right now behind Kareem Hunt and Isaiah Pacheco, but he's been the most efficient so far. He just started getting carries last week. We'll see what happens. At wide receiver, I don't take your league that seriously if Eli Ayamanor is still available, but that's the majority of leagues. Looks like the top receiver in Tennessee, a team that's going to be playing from behind a lot. Cam Ward's going to get progressively a little bit better as the season goes on. This guy is legit. And then under 10% owned is a guy to rush to the waivers to pick up right now before the Thursday night game, Torrey Horton. I know Seahawks fans who've been obsessed with him since preseason. He's been making a name for himself as soon as he got reps, and he had 2 touchdowns last week. His volume's going to be a little bit wavering, but pick him up before Thursday. A lot of league settings allow you to then drop the guy if he doesn't go off. Hold him on your bench, and you might be really lucky. You might have struck gold. Finally, at tight end, we have Harold Fannin Jr. If he's on your waivers still, pick him up. We're just waiting for that breakout week, and the skill set is elite. This guy's a unicorn at tight end, basically a wide receiver. Finally, under 10%, I like Cade Otton on Tampa Bay. With Mike Evans out, the last time Mike Evans and Chris Godwin were out, this guy was the best tight end in football, so he could immediately go off. He's been blocking a lot more, but he'll be relied on as a pass catcher in the coming week. Making daily videos to help you win your fantasy football league. Check out fansports.com. Thank you for spending a couple minutes of your day here. Stay learning. Peace.